see the last one tie up beside the weathered harbor block. The gulls were loud and purposeful above, the coffee from the kiosk thick and strong, and all the working morning of the water was carrying its own unhurried song. There is a dignity in early rising, in being part of what the day begins. The harbor and its cargo and its people, all faithful to the tide that always wins. A weathered man was mending net by hand, with the patience of someone long at peace. And I sat watching till the sun was higher, and all the morning's industry found release. I walked back through the village as it opened, the bakery, the hardware and the post, and felt the gift of witnessing the harbor at the hour that mattered to it most. There is a dignity in early rising, in being part of what the day begins. The harbor and its cargo and its people, all faithful to the tide that always wins. Still arriving somewhere before the world wakes up. The morning starts with nothing much to hurry, just light that finds its way across the floor. I pour my tea and stand beside the window, and feel the day begin the way I love. The neighbors walk their dog along the pavement, the postman leaves his letters at the gate, and all of it is ordinary wonder, the kind that comes to those who choose to wait. I have a drawer of letters tied with ribbon, from people who have mattered all my life. And sometimes when the afternoon is gentle, I take them out and let them fill the light. This is the life I built from small decisions, from choosing what was warm above what shone. And looking back, I would not change a single quiet, ordinary day I've known. Just the tea and the light, and a life full of love. The sun came out before I left the house and changed the color of the morning street. And I decided then to take the long way and give the day a little extra beat. The baker had his door propped open wide. The smell of something warm along the air, and everything about the walk felt easy, as if the morning had no room for care. There is a lightness on a sunny morning when everything the day contains feels right, and I move through it with a quiet gladness at being out beneath the open light. I stop beside the market for a moment and buy a bag of something bright and round, and eat one walking slowly down the pavement, enjoying every ordinary sound. By noon I find a table in the sunshine and sit with nothing pressing to be done, and feel the deep contentment of a person who gave the morning fully to the sun. There is a lightness on a sunny morning when everything the day contains feels right, and I move through it with a quiet gladness at being out beneath the open light, still walking in the sunshine every day. The evening comes in soft without announcement and lays its quiet colors on the street. The day has done whatever it was doing, and now there's nothing left but this retreat. I light the lamp and pull the curtains gently and put the kettle on the way I do. And somewhere in that small familiar routine, I find the peace I've always made it through. The neighborhood grows still, one house at a time. A light goes out, a door clicks somewhere near, and all the sounds of evening settling slowly are just about the sweetest things to hear. I think of all the evenings that have held me, when everything felt gentle and at rest, and how the night has always been so patient giving back whatever I need best. So let the evening come and find me ready, with nothing left to carry or to prove, just grateful for the quiet and the lamplight, and everything that evenings always soothe. Just the lamp and the evening, soft and always kind.
The autumn came and took the leaves without a single word of warning or of shame. And I stood in the garden watching closely and thought about the seasons and their claim. Each one arrives and offers what it carries, and asks for nothing back except your time. And I have learned to meet them with an open and grateful heart at every changing sign. The seasons have a patience I am learning, a willingness to let the old things go, to trust that what comes after has its beauty, and give the turning world its gentle flow. Settled into stillness, the kind that only shorter days can bring, and found inside the dark and cold a warmth that made me ready for another spring. And spring came back the way it always manages, without announcement, but with such a change, that all the waiting of the darker months felt worth it for the beauty in the range. The seasons have a patience I am learning, a willingness to let the old things go, to trust that what comes after has its beauty, and give the turning world its gentle flow. Still learning from the turning of the year.
Kettle hums beside the kitchen window, and somewhere down the street a door swings wide. The day has done its quiet work and left me with all this warmth still gathered up inside. I think of all the faces that have loved me, the ones who stayed and ones who drifted on, and feel the sweet and tender weight of knowing that nothing truly good is ever gone. The lamp is low and everything is easy, the way it gets when nothing needs to change. And I am held by all these simple hours that make a life feel whole and free from strange. So let the evening come and find me grateful for every small and ordinary day, for all the cups of tea and quiet mornings, and everyone who helps me find my way. Just the lamp and the evening and gratitude. There was a Tuesday nobody remembers, when everything was quiet and just right. The laundry on the line, the radio playing, and nothing asking anything of life. We made our supper from whatever's left over and sat out on the steps until it cooled, and laughed at something neither can remember, and felt as rich as anyone who ruled. I think of all the days I didn't notice that were so full of everything I need. The cup of tea, the open window morning, the simple life that always set me free. So now I pay attention to the small things, the way the light falls soft across the floor, because I know that these are what will matter when I look back across the years once more. All the small sweet hours, they were everything. a younger one, smells of morning bread. The trees have grown so tall above the pavement, and everything feels softer than I said. I passed the bench where we would sit on Sundays and talked of nothing much but said it all. The world was simpler then, or so it seemed like, before the years began their gentle call. There is a comfort in returning places that hold the shape of who we used to be. A warmth that rises quiet from the pavement and whispers something tender back to me. The old street fill me like a song, and felt the kind of peace that needs no reason, just being back where I have always belonged. Some roads just stay inside you,
across the water, and everything it touched turned warm and slow. And I was sitting where the path meets the river, just watching how the light decided to go. The town behind me settled into supper, the smell of something cooking on the air. And I remained a little longer outside, in no particular hurry to be anywhere. Some evenings stay inside you like a photograph that never fades, no matter what comes after. And I have kept this one through all the seasons as something worth the keeping ever after. A heron landed 20 feet in front of me and stood as still as anything I've known. And for a moment everything felt balanced between the fading light and coming home. By dark I finally rose and walked back slowly, and carried all the evening in my chest, and felt the deep contentment of a person who gave the day completely to its best. Some evening can stay inside you like a photograph that never fades no matter what comes after. And I have kept this one through all the seasons as something worth the keeping ever after. Still keeping every golden evening close.
I have loved the morning more than I can say. The way it comes in soft without a sound. The light that finds the corners of the kitchen and makes the whole familiar world feel found. I have loved the people who stayed longest, who showed up when the showing up was hard, who never asked for anything in payment and left their warmth like footprints in the yard. I have loved the seasons as they pass through, the spring that always keeps its quiet word, the summer long and easy in its giving, the autumn rich with everything that stirred. Love the evenings most of all, perhaps, when everything grows still and soft and low, and all the day releases what it carried and lets the quiet in to let you go. So this is what stayed to see that everything worth having was already right here inside the ordinary free. All that I have loved was always here with me. Came the way it always does, with light across the floor and somewhere birds. And I lay still a moment in the quiet before the day arrived and all its words. The missing had been heavy through the darkness, the kind that settles in around the three. was a way of gently lifting the things the night had laid so close to me. And still the day is beautiful and open, and still the light is generous and clear, and I receive it with the grace of someone who learned to hold both sorrow and what's here. Standing at the window, the garden doing what it always did, the birds attending to their own concerns, the roses opening the way they bid, and somewhere in the ordinary morning the weight became a little easier to wear, not gone but settled into something bearable, a quiet kind of tenderness and care. And still the day is beautiful and open, and still the light is generous and clear, and I receive it with the grace of someone who learned to hold both sorrow and what's here, still finding beauty in the morning light.
I never wanted anything too complicated, just somewhere worth the waking up to find a cup of something warm beside the window, and room enough to leave the noise behind. The years have been more generous than expected, and brought me more than anything I planned, and I have learned to hold it all with gratitude, and give it back as freely as I can. There is a richness in the chosen ordinary, in all the small and faithful everyday, in being where you always meant to end up, and finding it was worth the entire way. I walk the same streets with a different seeing, the beauty that the rushing used to hide, and find the world has always been this generous to those who learn to let it come inside. By evening, when the day has had its saying, I sit outside and let the quiet land, and feel the deep contentment of a person who finally finally came to fully understand. There is a richness in the chosen ordinary, in all the small and faithful everyday, in being where you always meant to end up, and finding it was worth the entire way. Still grateful for the life I chose to live.
Not everyone who starts the journey with you will still be walking by you at the end, but those who stayed through all the in-between parts are more than friends. There's something that won't bend. I think of all the ones who stayed beside me through seasons that were harder than they show, who never made a fuss about their staying, but simply wouldn't let me face it alone. There was no grand occasion for their kindness, no reason they could name for being there. They just kept showing up in ordinary moments and filling all the ordinary air. I never found the words to thank them fully for everything their presence meant to me, but I hope they felt it in the way I held them, and in the way I always tried to be. So here's to all the ones who stayed the longest, who gave their time like it was nothing much, who made the whole of living feel like something just by being close enough to touch. The ones who stayed, they made all the difference. The fishing boats came in before the light, their catch already sorted on the dock, and I arrived in time to see the last one tie up beside the weathered harbor block. The gulls were loud and purposeful above, the coffee from the kiosk thick and strong, and all the working morning of the water was carrying its own unhurried song. There is a dignity in early rising, in being part of what the day begins. The harbor the tide that always wins. A weathered man was mending net by hand with the patience of someone long at peace. And I sat watching till the sun was higher, and all the morning's industry found release. I walked back through the village as it opened, the bakery, the hardware, and the post, and felt the gift of witnessing the harbor at the hour that mattered to it most. There is a dignity in early rising, in being part of what the day begins. The harbor and its cargo and its people, all faithful to the tide that always wins. Still arriving somewhere before the world wakes up. The morning starts with nothing much to hurry, just light that finds its way across the floor. I pour my tea and stand beside the window and feel the day begin the way I love. The neighbors walk their dog along the pavement. The postman leaves his letters at the gate, and all of it is ordinary wonder, the kind that comes to those who choose to wait. I have a drawer of letters tied with ribbon from people who have mattered all my life. And sometimes when the afternoon is gentle, I take them out and let them fill the light. This is the life I built from small decisions, from choosing what was warm above what shone. And looking back, I would not change a single quiet, ordinary day I've known. Just the tea and the light, and a life full of love. The sun came out before I left the house and changed the color of the morning street. And I decided then to take the long way and give the day a little extra beat. The baker had his door propped open wide, the smell of something warm along the air, and everything about the walk felt easy, as if the morning had no room for care. There is a lightness on a sunny morning, when everything the day contains feels right, and I move through it with a quiet gladness at being out beneath the open light. I stop beside the market for a moment and buy a bag of something bright and round, and eat one walking slowly down the pavement, enjoying every ordinary sound. By noon I find a table in the sunshine and sit with nothing pressing to be done, and feel the deep contentment of a person who gave the morning fully to the sun. There is a lightness on a sunny morning, when everything the day contains feels right, and I move through it with a quiet gladness at being out beneath the open light, still walking in the sunshine every day. The evening comes in soft without announcement, and lays its quiet colors on the street. The day has done whatever it was doing, and now there's nothing left but this retreat. I light the lamp and pull the curtains gently, and put the kettle on the way I do. And somewhere in that small familiar routine, I find the peace I've always made it through. The neighborhood grows still, one house at a time. A light goes out, a door clicks somewhere near, and all the sounds of evening settling slowly are just about the sweetest things to hear. I think of all the evenings that have held me, when everything felt gentle and at rest, and how the night has always been so patient, and given back whatever I need best. So let the evening come and find me ready, with nothing left to carry or to prove, just grateful for the quiet and the lamplight, and everything that evenings always soothe.
autumn came and took the leaves without a single word of warning or of shame. And I stood in the garden watching closely and thought about the seasons and their claim. Each one arrives and offers what it carries and asks for nothing back except your time. And I have learned to meet them with an open and grateful heart at every changing sign. The seasons have a patience I am learning, a willingness to let the old things go, to trust that what comes after has its beauty, and give the turning world its gentle flow. Settled into stillness, the kind that only shorter days can bring, and found inside the dark and cold a warmth that made me ready for another spring. And spring came back the way it always manages, without announcement, but with such a change that all the waiting of the darker months felt worth it for the beauty in the range. The seasons have a patience I am learning, a willingness to let the old things go, to trust that what comes after has its beauty, and give the turning world its gentle flow. Still learning from the turning of the year.
Hums beside the kitchen window, and somewhere down the street a door swings wide. The day has done its quiet work and left me with all this warmth still gathered up inside. I think of all the faces that have loved me, the ones who stayed and ones who drifted on, and feel the sweet and tender weight of knowing that nothing truly good is ever gone. The lamp is low and everything is easy, the way it gets when nothing needs to change. And I am held by all these simple hours that make a life feel whole and free from strange. So let the evening come and find me grateful for every small and ordinary day, for all the cups of tea and quiet mornings, and everyone who helps me find my way. Just the lamp and the evening and gratitude. Tuesday nobody remembers, when everything was quiet and just right. The laundry on the line, the radio playing, and nothing asking anything of life. We made our supper from whatever's left over and sat out on the steps until it cooled, and laughed at something neither can remember, and felt as rich as anyone who ruled. I think of all the days I didn't notice that were so full of everything I need. The cup of tea, the open window morning, the simple life that always set me free. Because I know that these are what will matter when I look back across the years once more. All the small sweet hours, they were everything. A younger one, where the old bakery still smells of morning bread. The trees have grown so tall above the pavement, and everything feels softer than I said. I passed the bench where we would sit on Sundays, talked of nothing much but said it all. The world was simpler then, or so it seemed like, before the years began their gentle call. There is a comfort in returning places that hold the shape of who we used to be. A warmth that rises quiet from the pavement and whispers something tender back There's no reason, just being back where I have always belonged. Some roads just stay inside you, warm and waiting.
The evening came in gold across the water, and everything it touched turned warm and slow. And I was sitting where the path meets the river, just watching how the light decided to go. The town behind me settled into supper, the smell of something cooking on the air. And I remained a little longer outside, in no particular hurry to be anywhere. Some evenings stay inside you like a photograph that never fades, no matter what comes after. And I have kept this one through all the seasons as something worth the keeping ever after. A heron landed 20 feet in front of me, stood as still as anything I've known. And for a moment everything felt balanced between the fading light and coming home. By dark I finally rose and walked back slowly, and carried all the evening in my chest, and felt the deep contentment of a person who gave the day completely to its best. Some evenings stay inside you like a photograph that never fades, no matter what comes after. And I have kept this one through all the seasons as something worth the keeping ever after. Still keeping every golden evening close.
I have loved the morning more than I can say, the way it comes in soft without a sound, the light that finds the corners of the kitchen and makes the whole familiar world feel found. I have loved the people who stayed longest, who showed up when the showing up was hard, who never asked for anything in payment and left their warmth like footprints in the yard. I have loved the sea seasons as they pass through, the spring that always keeps its quiet word, the summer long and easy in its giving, the autumn rich with everything that stirred. Love the evenings most of all, perhaps, when everything grows still and soft and low, and all the day releases what it carried and lets the quiet in to let you go. So this is what everything worth having was already right here inside the ordinary free. All that I have loved was always here with me. Came the way it always does, with light across the floor and somewhere birds, and I lay still a moment in the quiet before the day arrived and all its words. The missing had been heavy through the darkness, the kind that settles in around the three. But morning has a way of gently lifting the things the night had laid so close to me. And still the day is beautiful and open, and still the light is generous and clear, and I receive it with the grace of someone who learned to hold both sorrow and what's here. Standing at the window, the garden doing what it always did, the birds attending to their own concerns, the roses opening the way they bid, and somewhere in the ordinary morning the weight became a little easier to wear, not gone but settled into something bearable, a quiet kind of tenderness and care. And still the day is beautiful and open, and still the light is generous and clear, and I receive it with the grace in the morning light.
I never wanted anything too complicated, just somewhere worth the waking up to find. A cup of something warm beside the window, and room enough to leave the noise behind. The years have been more generous than expected, and brought me more than anything I planned. And I have learned to hold it all with gratitude, and give it back as freely as I can. There is a richness in the chosen ordinary, in all the small and faithful everyday, in being where you always meant to end up, and finding it was worth the entire way. I walk the same streets with a different seeing, the beauty that the rushing used to hide, and find the world has always been this generous to those who learn to let it come inside. By evening, when the day has had its saying, I sit outside and let the quiet land, and feel the deep contentment of a person who finally came to fully understand. There is a richness in the chosen ordinary, in all the small and faithful every day, in being where you always meant to end up, and finding it was worth the entire way. Still grateful for the life I chose to live.
Not everyone who starts the journey with you will still be walking by you at the end, but those who stayed through all the in-between parts are more than friends. There's something that won't bend. I think of all the ones who stayed beside me through seasons that were harder than they showed, who never made a fuss about their staying, but simply wouldn't let me face it alone. There was no grand occasion for their kindness, no reason they could name for being there. They just kept showing up in ordinary moments and filling all the ordinary air. I never found the words to thank them fully for everything their presence meant to me, but I hope they felt it in the way I held them, and in the way I always tried to be. So here's to all the ones who stayed the longest, who gave their time like it was nothing much, who made the whole of living feel like something just by being close enough to touch. The ones who stayed, they made all the difference.